Some additional notes for Econ 10A, part of our Week 1 videos about microeconomic concepts. In this video, I want to tell you a note about willingness to pay in round numbers. I want to mention a note about margins and calculus, and then finally leave you with a question about margins and increasing and decreasing margins. First, why do things cost 99 cents? Why aren't things priced in whole dollars very often? And there's several theories for why stores might do this. The most common theory is this inattention theory, that people would not read after the decimal point in prices. So they're only fixated on the dollar amount and not the cents amount. So stores maximize their revenue by adding on things after the decimal point. But an alternate theory is that when people determine their willingness to pay in their heads, this is often in whole numbers. And you can, if you go back to our sneaker example, I would be surprised if your willingness to pay was in dollars and cents. Usually it's people's willingness to pay, when they think about it, is in whole dollars. And so if your willingness to pay for something is $5 and something is priced at $4.99, the store believes that you would buy that item. And by buying it at, even though it's only a penny, you would get a benefit from that. And if you believe, like some people believe, that any benefit at all is a bigger deal than the difference between like a penny benefit and a dollar's benefit, then this makes sense why firms would price at 99 cents. Moving on. Marginal analysis is very much tied to calculus, and to the point where a lot of calculus examples will talk about economic examples. Now, calculus is not required for this class, and you know what I'm going to say on this slide is not going to be on any exam, or not that we have exams, but I just want to let the people who have taken calculus get an alternate idea of this marginal concept, because sometimes calculus provides us with a neater explanation of a concept, and that's certainly true when it comes to marginal analysis. The marginal whatever of a term is the first derivative of that function of that term. So if you have a cost function and you want to find out the marginal cost of at a point, you can take the derivative, first derivative, and then evaluate it at that point. And that's actually the precise definition of marginal. Now, for most people in most situations, the definition we use in class, the blank of the next unit, is sufficient. But I wanted to give some of you, if you've taken calculus, the idea that the first derivative is actually the precise definition, and that might help you if you have a really good sense of what the first derivative is, understanding what the margins are. Staying with margins, I want to share with you sort of an empirical regularity that typically the marginal of a good thing, like a marginal benefit, the marginal benefit of an item decreases as the quantity of that item increases typically. So if it's marginal and then a good term, like marginal profit tends to decrease as quantity increases. The opposite is also true, that marginal bad thing tends to increase as quantity increases. So like marginal cost tends to increase as quantity increases. Marginal tax rate tends to increase as income increases. This is a generalization. This is not always true, but it's true very often. And so I wanted to leave you with this question. Why might this typical formulation where the marginal good things decrease and the marginal bad things increase, why might this be useful for predictions in the economic world? And I'm looking for you to come to our Slack channel and give that answer. So come on over to the Econ 10A discussion Slack channel and give your best guess as to why this idea that marginal good thing decreases, marginal bad thing increases, might be useful for economic predictions. So, to summarize, willingness to pay may offer a clue to why stores price at 99 cents. Calculus is going to give us a different definition of marginal that might be more understandable for some people. And we find that in general, marginal good things tend to decrease as quantities increase, whereas the opposite is true for marginal bad things. Thank you.